Alrighty, hello everyone, and welcome to League of Europe PS4 F1. This is Division 5. I'm All Maverick, and I'll be taking you through tonight's proceedings around the very famous and the only figure of 8 track on the calendar at the Suzuka circuit in Japan. And as always, I am with the... Oh, I got nothing. I was trying to think of something off the top of my head, but I'm with XL10 Ken as always. How are you doing tonight?
I'm good. I'm learning the pain of getting penalties at tracks, if I'm honest. I do it every week yet, still don't learn, but looking forward to relaxing and watching Division 5 teach me how to drive again.
I think no matter the pace, I think we need to start doing like the tiers for these divisions is sort of like step up. Like if you join LOE, you have to start in Division 5 and you just work your way up.
Yeah, that's one way I'd get to Div 1, to be fair. That's a good one. But yeah, we've got 16 drivers today. I'm guessing they're all going to be ready to win. I'd hope so anyway. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, I think most of the guys that are missing are actually watching that Madrid and Barcelona game, I think. At least I think that's who's playing.
Yeah.
Who's playing, I don't know.
Yes, Madrid and Barca. It's 1-0 Madrid at the minute.
I have no idea.
But, yeah. These drivers are a lot better than everyone else that's not here because they're turned up. That's my opinion.
See, they know the true value of racing.
Yeah. Very known. Points are here to be gained today now, with people missing. Bedon gets us underway with a 1:31.8.
I think probably somewhere in the 20-25s should be the normal pace, but light goes on top of 27.1.
That is a quick banker. Jasper 27.8, which kind of shows like Jasper's usually in and around the top 5 or so, I'd say, and he 7/10 off nearly Mike's lap time. As I say that, as Passe goes fastest. Thanks for that, Passe. At least he's made his name easier to spell now.
After joining the relentless esports team founded by the ever-loving John Cern and Jordan, both Division 5 drivers. And I actually thought, when I saw that Excel Ryan signed with them, I thought this relentless team was like a team that like has been going for a while and they've just like haven't had anybody in LOE. And then when I checked, their oldest tweet was like 6 hours ago, and I was like, wait, what? Like it
11
blew my
signs,
mind.
I think, one day. Is ridiculous. And being in Excel, I prefer not to speak on Ryan leaving, as Mike does a 26.6.
That's his second lap on those tires too.
I think, can someone tell him to slow down because he's going to catch my lap time in a minute?
I think I managed a 26 flat. I think that was my time.
Yeah. Yeah, 25.9 just... No, 26.0. Sorry. Did the exact same time this weekend as I did last Sunday in AOR, strangely enough. As Slayer starts his first lap of the day. Taking the dreaded Sector 1 on a pad very nicely, indeed. As what will his first sector time be? At 31.7. Very glaring. I would say mediocre, but I'm comparing to D3 and so times. But that's still a good first sector from Slayer. He keeps it in third actually for the hairpin. I have seen actually a few people do that. I don't know actually if it's beneficial or not. As we head down into a straight that can arguably should be a DRS straight in my opinion, but it's not on the game or real life, so here we are as it's coming through to the very tricky last chicane. Nearly this back slides out a bit there, but he's managed to control it very nicely and he'll cross the line for a 27.4. In P4.
Pretty solid lap for Sawyer, and I'm going to pull up the championship standings if the website will work this week. Division 5. So, the man that just set that lap at the 27.4 is your championship leader on 130 points. The Dutch base is in P2 on 119. MCR, Casse, Jasper, Cloudy, ST5, Kevin, Flip, and Iruben Mike are the top 10, ranging from 115 points all the way down to 35.
So, very close indeed, as I'm on board with Riley, who's taking a new line through the S's, that's for sure. Just a bit too much speed going into second, first right-hander, I think, of the S section. We want to maybe get another lap done, just as it's still got 9 minutes left, so definitely be able to do that.
ST5 in the Alfa Romeo just came across the line on the mediums as well, 28.5. I don't know if that's going to be good enough to stay in the top 10, but if it is, it's a pretty good effort from the Alfa Romeo driver.
And obviously looking at the top 10, it's usually a one-stop around here either way. You can go soft hard or soft medium, and the hards do last very well, I do have to say. They seem to come in a lot better than the mediums do at the end of the race, so it will be interesting to see what everyone does. Sven is currently, I think, on a lap. He's 9/10 up on his personal best, which is very nice to see for Sven, I'm guessing. He's gone it all a bit deep for the first. Manages to keep it very nicely though, I have to say. And across the line, we're at 27.4 plus some P5.
Yeah, that's a pretty big improvement on his actual time, but in terms of moving up the grid, it wasn't too bad, only one position gained out of it.
As then his teammate takes that spot in P6 shortly after him. field is quite spread out at the minute. I do expect it to close up, I reckon, within the final few minutes of this session. I think Mike's on a lap by the looks of it.
You said purple sector 2, it was only 600s up. So it's a small improvement. But 4,000
fresher tyres could mean a lot for him, I think, especially if he's going for the soft medium.
Ooh! Oh, he's out.
As he's out. Well.
Well, the Esses has claimed its second victim. Both of them being Ferraris.
That is you don't see that often, as LFC has retired as well. As I'm going to be on board with Swift, but it looks like the pit wall has claimed his first victim as well.
Oh, ST5 spun. Just past the pit lane.
Everyone's spinning today. It's been grease on the track or something. I don't think they're the last victims, however, of this track.
I think we'll see a lot more.
Slayer is 4 temps up currently on his lap. Could be looking to go P2 here. What can he do?
A bit of a cut on the inside of P2.
Oof. 3,000 between him and Mike. No, that's a small gap. As it is a dry race, I'm pretty sure, Carter Cloud said. But he's also there in P3. I think I missed his lap time. But yeah, no rain forecast for the race, which is good to see. As it's a bit of a waiting game now, I think. Everything's just Riley on the left by the looks of it. What can his Mike's teammate do? As the only Ferrari left in the session now, we'll be looking to put on the skates and get himself near his teammate, or even ahead. As he's currently 2 temps up on his lap time, which will get him into the top 10 as it stands. Saves it very nicely there from going into the pit wall, and does a 28 too. Puts himself into that final points playing, well, in F1 final points playing spot, but not in LOE, so yeah.
They did move ST5 out of the top 10 as he was on the mediums. So ST5 was trying to start inside the top 10 on the mediums. It has not worked out as the 2 racing points actually have come out right at the same time.
Could we see a bit of slipstream? It's unlikely considering they're both going to be going for 5 laps, but who knows?
So only being 2 minutes, I don't have enough time for one person to complete a lap and then switch it around the next. So it might just be going out at the same time, just to get just to get more of that VWT logo on the cameras, I guess.
Sponsorship money these days. Yes, I'm trying to find the first person on the lap. It I think it is the 2 racing points first. Maybe not Dutch race. Yeah, I think the Dutch race is first across the line for their final run. Obviously not saying a lap yet, but Dutch Face he's going to be wanting himself to get, well, at least the top 5 we expect now from him. With his form being very good the last few races, I do have to say.
Oh, but he's lost it.
Oh. Sorry, McDutchface, for the curse. That's a big crash, that is. As I guess now the 2 racing points again, back on our screens. That would be first across the line. As Slayer's actually invalidated. Quickly checking through, so he's not going to improve on his time. That'd be relief for Mike, I think. It's then Passe and Calico, the next challengers for him. As both racing points are down on their lap times by the looks of it so far.
Flip the first of the racing points. He will get ahead of his teammate, but not by much. Sven, can he take it back? And he does. So Sven and Flip will start P5 and P6. The Renault of Jasper just coming through the Casio Triangle, the final chicane. And Jasper will move up to P6, splitting the 2 racing points. The Merc of Swip will go up into P8, bumping Slump down to P9. And I believe...
And it all lies on Cloudy Cloud, I think. There's ST5's on the lap. Or ST5 is also on the lap as well. As across the line, he does not improve. And Passe does actually. Nick's P3 at the left.
I think that's going to be it for quality.
Yeah.
Yep, there we go. Yeah, McDutchface has scored a podium in the last 4 races. It was a win, a 3rd place, and 2 second places. So he's definitely got some work cut out for him starting down in P16. But it will be Iver Mike picking up pole position by 0.003 of a second. I think that's got to be one of the closest qualifyings we've had this season to Slayer in P2. Then Relentless Passe will start in P3. Cloudy Cloud making up that 2nd row of the grid in P4. Then Sven, Jasper, Flip, Swip, Slump, Riley in P10. They will all start on those soft compounded tires. ST5, LFC, Ibo, Bellin, Ryan Bellenshaw, and McDutchface in P11 to P16. They will have free tire choice, and both Ryan and McDutchface not setting times in this session.
I do have to say, I have seen a bit of a habit with McDutchface. He does seem to start either last or near the back and end up somehow near the front, so I wonder if he can do the same again today.
Yeah, I'm looking at more of it now. It's either podium or bust for this kid. Austria was a DNF. Great Britain was 2nd. Canada was a DNF. Russia was a win. Monaco is a DNF. China, he won, and then third place, second place, second place. So it's either
It was
podium or
really,
bust for this kid.
yeah, it was really like DNF one race. He's guaranteed win the next race.
Yeah.
So hopefully he does more of the same today, because I'd love to see some overtakes around here.
Hmm. I think if he was watching the D4 race, I think it was heated. Started towards the back, and then because he got
Yeah.
disqualified in quali, and then he finished in P2.
Wow.
So
Yeah. And D3, we had Rudy with a qualifying ban and Car Mentalist not setting a lap. They both finished about, well, P4 or 5, I think, in the end. So it has been done. Will it be done again?
there's a possibility of that happening, but especially before the top 10 will start on the soft tires. ST5 and Bellin in the 11 and P14 are on the hards. LFC and McDutchface in P12 and P16 on the mediums, and then Sir Ibo and Ryan Bellenshaw on the on the softs outside the top 10.
We really do have a wide variety, don't we, outside the top 10 today?
I mean, there's 2 of each, so
Yeah. We've got each drive, it's almost like a team showing off which tyre they want to use. And then being different teams, unfortunately. So yeah, Mike on pole. Don't want to say anything about it because I think we all, if you watch D5 this season, we already know what we're on about, I think.
do I even bother bringing up the killer instincts for D5? I just typed in Twitter. Oh, and it's the first thing that popped up, so I guess we have to go through it. Week 10 of predicting Mike to win, so great job. And well, I guess you can really just call Jobs' judgments now just him picking his relentless drivers, because they all were. I think
no
except
bias there,
Division 1. And you picked Passe to win. So
it's a good shout, actually. I really want to see Mike to win, so I'm going to say him. I think he's had his fair share of bad luck, and it deserves a challenge. But it could easily be anyone in the top 7, well, 16 even, from the Dutch race.
So we're getting ready for the lights. And it's lights out. We're racing here in Suzuka, and it seems like a pretty good start for Slayer. He's going to pull alongside Mike going into turn number 1, but Mike will keep the lead into turn number 1. And in through turn number 2, Cloudy Cloud trying to just slot in behind, and there is ST5 around in the back.
And Swip as well.
And Swip too. Oh, and Ryan's out.
Oh,
Ryan is out.
And it's a safety car.
Yeah. Oh, man.
That was another victim of the S's and a almighty collision.
Yeah, I think that was the same spot Mike went out to through turn 3.
I was just going to say how clean the start was, but it's kind of ruined. I mean, I don't think there's actually any I weren't on board with Ryan, but I don't think there's any contact made. He may have just made a mistake on his own. I think they're all just spins, not actual contact, which is good to see, at least. As McDutch race is already in P12 from the start. Very good start for him. And Riley's got a penalty. Not quite sure how he's done that exactly, but
it is 5 seconds, so it's probably contact with someone.
Yeah. As Ivo's P9.
LFC's P8.
On mediums, that's a very good position for him.
I mean, my guess is he had the warmest tires on the grid out of the mediums.
Yeah, Sven somehow, I don't really know how, but he's found himself in P10. He must have had a shocker for a start, and that is officially Mike leading the lap.
Yay.
As Cloudy Cloud is actually ahead of Relentless Passo. Clearly not relentless enough, as he didn't manage to keep the position, but as now we sort of just have as Sven's spun under the safety car.
Luckily, he doesn't get any damage.
Oh, I feel his pain. It's a very unfortunate thing to happen, that's for sure. As looking at this, Swift's gone on to hards. Could he be possibly going to go to the end of those hards? That would be interesting.
I think if we get one more safety car, or even a few VSCs, I think it should be good enough to go to the end.
Yeah. As ST5, obviously, because he started on hards, he's had to go to mediums, unfortunately, but hopefully we get back underway this lap, because the whole field's caught up. We will see. As it does not look like it's happening. If I was ST5, I would be tempted to repit for hards, actually.
Yeah, that wouldn't be a bad idea.
As Jasper's pit, actually.
He's gonna go on the hards.
Yeah. ST5 does stay out. Interesting call there from the Renault driver. I think I would call this a nothing to lose situation here for Jasper. He was mid-table points, weren't it, if I remember, before. He's not really in a title fight as it is. So if this strategy works, it's brilliant for him. He could end up on the podium or even with a win. And if it doesn't work, it's just go on again next week almost.
I think he's got at least a race win gap over Cloudy Cloud, because Jasper's at 97, Cloudy's at 73, so he's definitely got that covered, and the worst he could lose is 25 points.
Yeah.
But he is down, I think, maybe 15 to Passe in P4, so he's got his work cut out for him, but like you said, the hards might make it to the end.
Yeah.
I'm thinking maybe we'll need another safety car for them to be sure
usable
of it.
At the end.
Yeah, not in puncture territory.
It will be interesting to see as the softs will fade away over the next few laps as well. As we get the call, Mylander's going to go on his jollies back to the pits.
So Mike now has control of the field. He's got to wait till the safety car is in the pit lane, and Mike has taken off. He has left Slayer in the dust. And everyone's snaking
Slide
down
over.
into turn one. Everything seems to be alright. Doesn't seem like anybody had any huge runs. There's a small gap beginning to form between Bellin and the Dutch faces. Riley gets around Ibo into turn 3 and 4.
Has Dutch face made another 2 positions? Because I know he would have gained one from Jasper, but has he also done an overtake?
I didn't see the arrow come off.
If he has, fair play. He must have done it in a very unusual place.
He's right on the back of Ibo now. Ibo really slow through this long right-handed sweeper, but just before Spoon gets it done and he's run off track.
Ibo gets it back. He's going to have to use even more of his ERS, which he will not want to be doing. Get past again, which he does. So eventually, and gets that P9. Oh. Ibo's still slightly fighting it. As we head on to, as there's a yellow flag, as Ibo's gone. It's all looking so good. I do have to say, nearly got that second gap. No, on Slayer. With a bit of a train falling behind him actually. Slayer with Cloudblink, Pass Flip who's picked up a time penalty and Slump. All chasing after that podium position, or second.
Lost a bit of time through the beginning of the second sector. He was broken out of that DRS again. The detection point is just before the final chicane, but DRS will be enabled on this next lap. Mike's got...
Always Passe's made a bit of a mistake. He's got Flip all over the back of him, and I think there was a bit of contact as he now doesn't have a complete front wing as he's into the bits. Let's just quickly check to see if he's got a front. Yes, he has a front wing ready, so there must have been contact. Quick reaction times I must have to say though. Dutch Face and NFC are looking very good at the minute, I do have to say, in P67.
The winners of the medium runners did a pretty good job. And if they can catch up to Slump here and get in that DRS, they could easily be on route to some good points here.
ST5 and Swift are going side by side. The ST5 manages to get the move done very nicely before the turn up into P10 for the Alfa Romeo. As Claudia at the minute is actually the one with the fastest times, that's very interesting. The front three start to run away a bit from Passo.
It seems like Passe has the pace to be ahead of Slump there, but just not enough to keep up with the top three.
I think I remember Daniel Ricciardo having one of these sort of seasons. He was always seemed to be P3 or P4 in the middle of nowhere, on track, just like doing his own business. I mean, you could have a worse race, I suppose.
A lot of time here on Mike on that last lap.
Could be Mike's tyres going off a bit. As Mike is out of the ERS as well. And that's only gonna...
And Slump in the pits, putting on the hard tires.
And they've come out a fair way behind Swip and Jasper.
Oh, past a big slide. Through turn 2.
No, you don't want that inside your undercut.
I mean, it's one way of hitting the tires, and I think that's elbow around.
Yeah. Those softs are going to be absolutely melting right now. As I don't know about you, but even in the next lap or two, I can see Slayer, Mike and Cloudy all coming out behind Swip and Jasper. Which is going to be very interesting, to say the least. As McDutch faced right on the back of LSC. Gets moved on with the RS very easily. Knock into P4.
So Riley's in the pits. He is serving that 5-second penalty that he got on lap 1 for most likely contact, is what I'm going to guess. It's going to drop him down to 13th.
And Flip is also in the pits on 1 lap odd hards. I'm confused. Is he going... He got another wing change. Ah, that makes some more sense. As LFC's got a penalty, along with SD5 and Flip. I don't expect that to be the last penalty either for any driver.
Swip and Jasper, they've caught up to SD5 here, so I think if they're going to want to make this work, they're going to have to get past him, because it's usually about 20 seconds as Mike's in the pits.
And Slayer and Cloudy stay out. Now this will be interesting. Yeah, Jasper. It's going to be close.
Ooh, this is going to be really close.
This is not good for Mike though, because he needs to get an undercut now. And being stuck behind these almost will not help him, I don't think. He's got a big gap to pass over. 8 seconds for... As he's already on the back of Jasper. I think he's going to have to make the move here.
Yeah, we're really close. lost a
Out
second
now.
to Slayer so far.
So Slayer could jump in, yeah.
He's just getting stuck in the dirty areas.
He's staying out. Slayer's staying out, so Cloudy Cow could jump all of them. And Slayer does do the fastest lap of the race, actually. Oh, Swippins, SD5. This is not helping Mike at all. I just can't get through. Where's Cloudy Cloud? I think he's gonna... He's just behind Mike. And bearing in mind the gap between Cloudy and Slayer was about 1.3 seconds.
Oh, this is really scary here for Mike.
As Cloudy Cloud's now going to catch up to him as well. Tell you who this is helping out though. Dutch Racing LFC. Right, you have to go through me soon. As I think he was going for it. Just doesn't have enough. As obviously this is for position because Jasper's not pitting again. Nor is Swipping live, I don't think, so. Slayer's in. Now surely they get... Now surely Slayer jumps all of these. As I think he will.
He will.
Here he comes down. Yes, he's done it. As Mike finally gets past Jasper.
Oh, ST5 has run wide.
Has helped. As Mike's going to go around the outside.
Oh, the two runners. Oh, man.
Oh no. What has happened there? I think Swift tried to hold it against Mike and there just wasn't enough room for two aside. By the looks of it. And then that's just been a collateral effect almost.
They're all running really close together. I actually think, I'm watching it back now, I think Swift got on that inside curb.
Oh right.
And that's what shot him around. And then Jasper got clipped and then Cloudy just had nowhere to go.
Yeah, that could... Cloudy was very unfortunate there, I do have to say. As now Mike is the one chasing Slayer.
So the gap from Slayer and Mike to McDutchers is 12 seconds. So at the time McDutchers hits, he's going to have 8 tenths to, or sorry, not 8 tenths, 8 seconds to make up at the end of this race.
Ooh. Could be on for an P3 at the minute, I think, that's close. Do have to say, just checking the race directly quickly, Slayer's on 2 warnings and Mike is on 0. Which could also play a factor. Mike's fell out of DRS already of Slayer, that's not good. Lump is right on the back of Swift now. Is he going to go for it down the inside?
Ooh.
He does. I guess it's done very nicely.
I mean, that's some Schumacher Alonso stuff right there. That is beautiful.
As Cloud is also in the pits again. This really has opened up the race.
I think especially for the guys that probably weren't expecting a good result here. Now the two Renaults are behind them, I think it's brought them right back into some good points here.
I'm guessing with Dutch Race and LFC they're going to go medium soft. And the minute is going to put them out right around past Enslem by the looks of it in Swift. Which they should be able to get past no problem at all, I think.
My only concern is the tire wear on these mediums.
Yeah.
Because we saw that the earliest the soft runners came in was lap 8, and that was with 2 laps under the safety car. And even without them, those softs can only go about 8 to 10 laps, so they're going to have to get to about lap 17 or 18 for them to make sure the softs can go to the end.
It's going the last few laps, I think, in both stints are touch and go. You really notice the pace drop off, in my opinion. So, with that being said, I'm guessing they're going to come out. They're going to come out. Well, SD5's got up here as well. But I'm going to guess they're going to come out behind Sven in P9. Is he actually on fresh medium to pull himself kind of back into it almost? Passat is right behind Swift ST5 here somewhere. It's a very difficult track to overtake, which we're seeing now, especially if there was any sort of train. Like if Cloud being stuck behind Slayer and Mike, he wouldn't be able to do anything, I don't think, to actually get past. Looking for the move now. Can't get it done though.
Oh, he's got it. They're side by side to turn 3. And ST5 backs off and actually cuts the corner there.
Very awkward move, in a way. But ST5 like anticipated him being there when he wasn't. By the looks of it.
Yeah, I mean, the gap for passing was there because SD5 made a mistake into turn 2. So a guy of Passe stature isn't going to back out of that. He's going to go for it.
Yeah. I think anyone would, really.
Yeah.
Players on the back of LFC now. This is an important move, this is. As Dutch Face is in, actually. Will LFC follow him? No.
He's going to stay out.
And Mike's right on the back of this now as well. When will Dutch Face come out? SD5's in as well. Oh. He's ahead of Slump of Dutch Face. Wow.
He's only 1.2 outside of Passe's DRS here, and definitely through the first sector is where the time is going to be made.
Yeah. Especially on hards as well. As the Dutch race should walk past him. As the LFC here is doing a mighty job of creating a battle for the front two. Like you said earlier, McDuckface either gets podiums or DNFs. At the minute, certainly looking like a podium.
Yeah.
Now, what can Slayer do? I'm guessing LFC might pit this back, however, but if he doesn't, he's got to get past just to create that buffer, and LFC does go in. But it leaves Mike right in the DRS of Slayer, and McDuckface now should get the move done very easily indeed. And he does. And up into P3. How quickly can he catch the front two, though? If he can catch him at all.
I was almost close in saying how much of a gap the Dutch race would have to make. It was 10 seconds as soon as he got past Passe. Now it's gone down just by about 3 seconds. I did say it's going to be about 8 seconds is what he's going to have to make up. So, not too far off, but it did show just how much more the Dutch race was struggling on those old tires.
Definitely, and even now, these fresh softs don't seem... I haven't given them a full lap yet, but they don't seem to be gaining much on the front two. Unless they start battling majorly. I can't see McDuckface catching them, unfortunately.
Yeah, what helps front two is Mike has DRS, so he's going to be pushing Slayer along.
Yeah.
Slayer doesn't have any of that.
Slayer doesn't have ERS now either. I think he's tried to use it all to burn. As McDuckface does do the fastest lap. But even then, he still hasn't. He's going about 10 footer by the looks of it. At the minute, Mike does have the upper hand on the RS and warnings, I think. I'll quickly check. Yeah, Mike still doesn't have a warning, and Slayer's obviously still on 2. It's all going to boil down to the last few laps, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, all it takes right now is just the tiniest bit of understeer for Slayer.
Or a safety car, and then McDuckface is in it.
Yeah.
In Japan, it's so strict with warnings as well. There's so many places you can get warnings. Azebo's, I think he's tried to help Slayer there, try and get the RS. It hasn't worked, unfortunately. As we go, oh, a yellow flag. I don't know why that.
I think it was for Ibo, because he went in the grass to get out of Mike's way.
Oh, right. McDuckface is catching, just not enough at the minute, unfortunately. Still though, from 16th to 3rd, that's one hell of a drive. So, any other battles going on? Jasper's closing in on Riley, which could get interesting in the next few laps for sure.
And that's just for
That's
1
about
point.
it.
So
Yeah.
the point is Riley runs wide.
And Jasper goes
runs
wide.
Oh man.
Not been it's a race to forget for the two Renaults.
Yeah, especially for the constructors, they're only a point behind Red Bull.
They're going to outscore them, even with a single driver today. Passe's doing a fine job at the minute in P4. I wonder if LFC can catch maybe Sven by the end of the race. No, he's got passes to the minute.
It's going to need about half a second a lap to do that.
Yeah.
I mean, on fresh softs, it's definitely possible.
As I say, lads, he's lose about half a second.
Oh my god.
That's Riley and Jasper. Oh! I don't know, did you see that?
I was still on LFC.
It looked to me, from Jasper's view anyway, that Riley went to defend on the left and then went back into the middle. May cause some controversy.
Oh, and he's off at Dunlop!
Oh! Maybe it won't then.
That if what happened is what happened, it'd be kind of beating a dead horse.
Yeah.
If Jasper did report that, but that puts Flip up into P12 for the final point.
As the gap's ever closer between the top two. Is there anything Mike can do, really, unless Slade makes a mistake there? That's the problem. Because they're both on state with RS. Slade's got fresher tyres, if anything. There's not much he can do, unfortunately. It's about as close as he can get.
Yeah, I think that's the one thing that's keeping Slayer ahead is those 2-lap pressure tires.
Mike does seem quicker overall at the minute. But that could be due to DRS and slipstream. As there's a yellow, I think it's just Ibo running people through.
Got in the grass there for turn 4.
So close. I could throw a blanket over them. Everyone else is free.
Oh, is that? I think
he's just getting out of the way again. They're really just copying each other at the minute.
Yeah. And it was like Slayer got a little bit of a wiggle through the hairpin. And I was like, oh, Mike might have a chance at the spoon, and then Mike has a little wiggle out of the hairpin.
If I was Mike, I wouldn't be looking for an overtake anymore on the straights. You've got to look at the hairpin and stuff for a move. Because Slayer's going to have it covered with the RS otherwise. Unless Slayer gets a penalty.
I would say if Mike wants to be a little cheeky, and I don't condone cheating, but he's got no warning, so he definitely can afford to go off track or maybe corner cut just one little corner.
I know what like Alonso says, if you got him in the bank, I mean, you may as well use him.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's Alonso that said that. I know someone's definitely said that at some point. But yeah. Slayer's growing that gap out again slightly. Either way, it's been these two have shown great pace throughout this race. Dutch Face has barely caught him on softs, with much more ERS as well.
Mike's out of DRS.
Oh no.
He's just out of it. Oh, he's back in it.
No in.
He's gonna get it, but he's nearly a second off, and
yeah, he's back over a second now. I think those mediums are showing its wear now. I don't know if it's just me, but Passe seems to be catching up Dutch Face again. I mean, Passe does have 5% ERS, which is not going to help him at all going for a move, but if those softs do die out, they're going to be, what, 11, 10 laps old at the end? It could be a last lap finale for the final podium spot.
Sven picks up the penalty. I saw an S and I got I got really concerned there.
There's a section where Slayer you can get a warning as well. Sven, you can't do that to us. Passe is catching. Now down to 1.3.
He's on 0 ERS going into this chicane.
They really like using the RS down here, don't they? Japan.
He's back down to 0 in there. Turn 1.
As everyone else is really spread out. Come on, someone just make a little mistake somewhere. I do have to say, even though it shouldn't have worked, the overcut did. For Slayer so far, by the seams of it. Mike getting stuck in that train of ST5, Swip and Jasper really hindered his race.
And the amount of bad luck that Mike's had this season, for him not to get involved in that wreck with Swip and the 2 Renaults is just absolutely crazy.
And it's a really good move by Mike as well, to get moved on before it all happened as well. Like, he really risked the entire race. They did so well to get in the first place, on a move around the outside of the S's, which you don't see often. But it seems, unless Slayer makes a mistake or gets a penalty in this last part of the race, it is his race win for the Williams team again.
I mean, he didn't even take any exit curve through Degna too, so he's definitely just kind of...
He's taking it easy.
He's just kind of chillaxing.
I think his car's showing that, his mine probably isn't. But yeah, he's taking it very cautiously, just making sure. I think he knows now he can't really be overtaken, can he? Kept it clean. As Passay's nearly caught at McDutch face.
So through the Kazuyo Triangle, the final chicane here in Japan, it is going to be Slayer 127 to win the Japanese Grand Prix from Mike in P2. And McDutchface is going to hold off a charging Relentless Passe. Hey, that name actually kind of worked there.
Relentless.
Passe will finish in P4. Slump in the AlphaTauri comes home to finish in P5. Sven in P6. LFC running in overtake will finish in P7. SD5 and Cloudy Cloud really close on track. SD5 across the line in P8, but Cloudy Cloud will get him on the penalties. And Cloudy Cloud will finish in P8, SD5, P9. Swip will finish in P10. There's a few penalties here for...
I think we're going to get some donuts by the looks of it, as Flip does end up taking P12, final points fame position. And yes, we do.
Yay!
There we go.
We get the helicopter shot too. That's great.
Perfect angle for some perfect donuts.
I mean, if that doesn't make you smile, you just stop watching.
Yeah. eBay fans only. And he crosses the line to take P15. Which ends... I'm going to guess Div 2 is finished. You would hope so, but unless they've had rain. So it does end off the Saturday day of racing. Here we have in Halloween.
So Slayer wins here in Japan from Mike and Nick. Dutchface will finish P2 and P3. Division 2 is actually on its penultimate lap.
Oh. You heard it here first. D5 is quicker than D2.
I'm sure they had rain somewhere.
Yeah.
Because it definitely seemed like we started a bit later with Division 3, kind of going a bit longer.
Is Larkin going to win again? Sorry.
Yeah, all good. Slayer's going to take the win. 25 points to his name. Mike will finish in P2 and McDutchface will finish in P3. He didn't get fastest lap, so he'll get 16 instead of 15. Relentless Passe will finish in P4. Then Slump, Sven, LFC, Cloudy, SD5, and Jasper in the top 10. Or, sorry, no, Swip in the top 10. Jasper and Flip will finish on the final points paying positions, and Riley, Bellin, Ibo, and Ryan Bellenshaw will make up the final points, or the final positions, actually, not points. You don't get points down that far. You got to work for
Don't
it.
Yeah, you can't just get points for finishing. Not how it works. Unfortunately. Would be fun to see if every driver get points. What difference it would make, but...
The only thing I'm hoping for is that Killer doesn't have to put Mike in his Killer Instincts anymore, now that he finally had a good race.
Surely a P2 is good enough, yeah. You gotta think. Well, we want change. So, yeah. We got F2, I think, is it, on Monday? Again?
Yep, F2 is on Monday. I don't know. We're going to be at Zandvoort.
Oh, a very nice F2 track, I do have to say.
It's a decent track. I mean, I don't think there's any really good tracks with how much understeer there is in that car. But I mean, you kind of just roll with it, I guess.
Yeah.
It's still really fun to watch.
Eventually. Yeah. A lot closer.
So I believe James Head and P2 in today's Division 5 race, Iverman Mike will take you through Division 1 comms, and then either Matt and Relentless Nolan or Killer Blue and Nolan will take us through Division 2. I'm not sure
which order they're doing it.
Yeah, I'm not sure which combination it will be, but either way, whenever Nolan's in the booth, it's just great. It's great to hear his insights, and he just roasts you for no reason.
Yeah. You get used to that in general, to be fair. But yeah, should be a good watch whilst I'm not taking part this season, either way.
Yep, and I think PCF1 is going to get going on Fridays. I do believe the sign up for PS4 ACC will be going out this week, so if you're interested in racing in that for Season 2, go ahead and sign up. And if you're looking for it on the PC side, I do think the sign up will probably be released on the same day. And then we'll be back here on Saturday night for another round of PS4 F1. I hope you guys enjoyed today's race, and I hope we see you guys later. Tin Can, any final words?
I think, well done, Mike. I think he deserves a lot of credit today. But yeah, come back next week and watch me get more penalties, and then D5 drivers show me up again. Seems to be the good old trend we have here.
Yep. So if you want that, go watch D3. If you want to watch me struggle again in the points, go watch D4. It's at the same time, so you can have it side by side. You can watch us both.
Yeah. Fail.
Yep. So hope everyone had a wonderful evening watching Division 5 here. Ivo Maverick, that's been XL Tin Can. We will see you guys next Saturday. And as always, have a great weekend, everyone. Take care and be safe.